Me and Miku were walking hand in hand to the beach. The sun is shining bright today, looking upon us, giving us that warm smile we need. We walked across the sand, towards the ocean, for this glorious beach day. We laid our towel across the sleek sand, and once we removed her dress, and I saw her bathing suit. It was one of the best things I've seen in my life before me. And then she started doing a little jog, her ass wobbling toward the ocean. I was like, oh no. I can't let her go by herself. So I stripped off my towel, and ran after her. We made it to the ocean. The water was warm, lapping across our knees, and once we found the perfect spot, we settled down and enjoyed the water. The smell of the ocean was perfect, and her smell blended to create the best smell I'd ever experienced. She told me that the barbecue smell from the grills was so romantic. Then she told me she wanted me to teach her how to swim. So I picked her up and held her like a baby and rolled her on her stomach. And first I started simple kicking practice. I loved how the fat wobbled in her legs as she kicked. She was like, I need you to teach me arm strokes, so I went up to her front and grabbed her arms. I saw her glorious armpit hair. It was browny and spiky, just like my angel, as she was. So I helped her by picking up her arms and teaching her a proper stroke. After that, we were both exhausted, so we went to the beach and laid down in the sand together. Miku was telling me how well she smelled, and I told her it smells like roses on a sunny day. And then I was like, I love you so much, that's why I want us to experience this together. She said, do it to me, and make sure it feels right for both of us. And then I grabbed my hand, palm wide, and sticked it into her bikini bottom. And then she was like, oh, that feels the best, I really feel it, and she started moaning. And then I started taking off her panties very slowly. This is when I realized this is a public beach, and I realized I couldn't lose my chance with my glorious bride. And then I went down near her vagina, and with my index finger and middle finger, I wedged it in there very slowly and vibrated my fingers a bit to make it feel just right. And then she started moaning loudly. And I used my fingers to spread her luscious vaginal lips. And then I came with my tongue, and delicately licked Miku's lips. And she said, while moaning out. And then I started licking a bit faster, and she started moaning way louder. And we got more people staring at us. But that doesn't matter, what matters is what I'm doing to her right now. When I came up, I took a bite of her third burger, and let it run along my lips very slowly. And then I came up to her face, took off her bra, and started kissing her, as I inserted my jaw into her trap. She was moaning so romantically, as I jerked it in and out. I started going faster, and then it was so exciting, it felt so good. And then I stopped for a second, came down and licked her nipples. It caused her to moan even more. All the better for me, it sounded even better. I licked around the nipple, and I started sucking. And it caused her to start moaning really loudly. Oh, Miku was so hot in this moment. And then we got up, walked towards the ocean, lifted her up in my waist and inserted my penis into her vagina. I stood up and I thrust it into her. As I was doing this, she reached down and started touching my balls. And then, for a few minutes of this, we walked up to the shore, and I sat down. Miku got down on her knees, and she started giving me a blowjob. I actually squirted a bit into her mouth, but she enjoyed it. And she came down and started engulfing my balls. She had my balls in her mouth. And after that was over, we laid in the sand, and I told her how much I loved her. We just kissed each other for 30 minutes. And we told each other, we will live the best life we ever can have. Me 420 Blaze Cake, and Miku 0167. The end.